Hey folks, this episode of This Old Truck is actually going to be working on this old van. This is a 1999 Mercury Villager, and we're putting in some new calipers in the front, so I'll show you how that's done. Get these calipers off. Little bolt right there. Another one down underneath there. Very easy to get off with this guy right here. It's a little Torx wrench. I got it on a 1/4 inch. This is a T40. That's what you need for this guy. Also notice that once it gets about to here, it's completely unscrewed. It just still needs to be pulled out a little bit. So at this point, you can grab a pliers and just slide it back out. I'll go ahead and do that part here. Now we're going to get a little bit of goo on this bolt here. It's to take off the brake line. We're going to make sure that we have a pan and some things to soak this up underneath. And I'm going to move this line up and out of the way. Then we can take this guy and replace it with the new one. All right, this bolt has been sprayed. It's a 12 millimeter. Got my slop bucket underneath there for my toxic waste. And I'm going to use this big channel lock plier. And I'm just going to use a little 1/4 inch drive wrench there. And if you're wondering why I'm taking this off after I took off those little Torx bolts, is because I like to be able to see what I'm doing. So let me take that off here, see how bad this is. Now that I know that that bolt can loosen easily, I kind of screwed it back in there to tighten it back up. Looks like we're all set. Since the brake fluid was clear coming out of here, then I'm not going to worry too much about that. I want to make sure that my reservoir is full, so I topped it off just to make sure. And then I look in my kit, and we've got the 2 copper washers and that little bolt that goes over there. Just a little kind of, I guess they call it something of a banjo bolt. And then that's what we're going to replace. But I want to pop this off quickly and put the new one back onto the new piece that's here. So we'll get ready to do that. Okay, about 30 seconds later, got this one on. Hardly anything dripped down in there, maybe about 1/8 of a cup or something. But something to note, we've got a hex head on the end of this one. So it's not that star driver that we had before. That was a T40. So I did some digging around, and I actually have some larger Allen wrenches here. Gosh, I'm not sure about this one. This one looks pretty hefty. I don't think that's going to fit in there, though. Nope. Huh. It is a 7 millimeter. All right, I've set the brake pads in here. These brake pads are the ones that I had in there before. But I wanted to bring your attention to one more thing, and that's down here where the shoes sit on the frame here. You see how rusty that is. And it's the same underneath. This one up on underneath here is also very rusty. So we're going to need to clean that off with a wire brush, and then we'll dab a little bit of grease on there. But that thing, I might even file that down a bit. It needs to be smooth. After doing a little filing, I noticed there's a little pit there on each side, which is not a good sign. That means that the brake pad is not able to slide back and forth freely. So I'm going to have to file just a little bit more off of there. All right, it's time to bleed these brakes out. So as you can see, I got my rubber hose going down in my toxic waste bucket. And this concludes this video, because everything from here on out is put it all back together and take it for a test drive. But let me tell you, you can do this job, and it's not that, maybe half an hour to an hour total if you got the vehicle in your garage. But look, if I can do it, you can do it. After all, I'm working in rubber slippers, so, there you go. Good luck, everybody.